So in this video, we're going to talk about how to use the Property Analyzer tool in STR Insights. Let's dive into it. All right. So the Property Analyzer tool can be found in the left-hand tab here that says Property Analyzer. When you select this, it will take you to essentially a location. You enter an address, you put in bedrooms or guest count. So this is the number of guests that a property can particularly accommodate. Okay, and then you select search. So let's take a look at a couple examples. So I'm just going to take a property here that I found on Zillow. Okay, and I'm going to copy the address. I'm also going to look at the bedroom count. So there's 3 beds. I'm going to go into the Property Analyzer, plug this in. Okay, we use Google Maps here for addresses. You can select the correct address if you want. If not, it will automatically do it on its own for you, but I'll go ahead and click that there. And then I'm going to select 3 bedrooms in this dropdown. Notice how you can select multiple bedroom counts. So, but in this example, I'm only going to do 3 bedrooms because that's what the property is. Next, I'm going to select search. Okay, so what's going to happen is it's going to provide me a radius around that particular property, and it's going to look for the nearest comps. Okay, now the radius can be all different sizes, all the way up to 30 miles is the max radius, which is pretty big, especially in most markets. Okay, now it's going to expand that radius until it finds at least 3 properties or 3 comps, and the comps are defined as simply they have the same bedroom count or guest accommodates number. So in this example, it hit 1 mile and it found 64 total comps and stopped. This is a very popular, obviously, vacation rental market. So there's lots of comps here. So what do I see in the Property Analyzer? This is going to show me the revenue of a particular property and the breakdown of the comparable properties nearby. Now, we're not showing you, we're sorting this not based on we think these are the most comparable to your property. It's only sorted based on revenue, highest to lowest. So we start at the top and you have the highest revenue here, and you scroll down and you see the revenue drops. Okay, so these are the revenue of individual properties listed on Airbnb or VRBO. You can actually click in their property links here, or you can select the property profile, which is similar in the market profile, where you can select the property profile within there as well. And you can see the revenue that the property's made in the last all the way back to January 2023, if that property's been in existence since then, or since we were recording the data for that particular property in STR Insights. You can also select the market profile, which will take you to the market profile for Beach Mountain, North Carolina, inside of the market profile tool. Now, this feature inside of STR Insights is free to use without a paid account. So you have access to all this data and you can use these features. If you want to expand the radius, you can, and you can just simply click the mile radius you desire for this. But there's lots of cool. So what I would encourage you, so there's lots of cool like little things you can use in here. But what I would encourage you to do when using this tool is to actually go into each of the individual listings and make sure that they fit the comp that you're looking for. Okay, find the ones that fit. So although this one might be making 80,000, does it look similar to the property that we're analyzing here? Okay, what attributes does it have, and what attributes does my property have? Okay, and sometimes these properties might not make sense, and what I can do is actually eliminate them from my average revenue calculation. Okay, so I can actually say, no, this isn't a good fit, and you can see the average revenue might change. Okay, I can scroll down, and some of the ones at the bottom probably don't fit either, assuming that, looking into the actual listing and examining it and saying, yeah, you know what? This property here is much nicer than this one. Therefore, I don't think it's a good comp, and I'm going to eliminate that property, maybe it was the other one. I'm going to eliminate this property from my average, which can change this and make it go up or down. So that's how you can use it in a market that's with a lot of properties. Now, let's look at an example where we might have a market that there's not a lot of nearby properties. Okay, so let's take this property, for example. It's in Winthrop, Maine. It's kind of a cool name. And it's a 6-bedroom, 4-bath. So let's go into STR Insights here. We're going to select Clear All. We're going to paste the address. It's going to give a suggestion, and we're going to go in here and put 6 bedrooms. Awesome, then hit search. Okay, we're going to let this load. So while this is loading and looking for comps, so right now it's searching the mile radius. And when we pick markets that are way out in the middle of nowhere, look at this, 18-mile radius to find 3 individual comps. And look at the revenue range, 82, 88, and 266. I can scroll on the map and see where these properties are located. Okay, and I can hover over the properties, and you see the yellow dot there. And I can hover over it too, and it'll say, hey, this is your 266, this is your 88, and this is your 82. Now, cool, but that's only 3 properties. Okay, so I might want to expand to find comps, and this is a wide range. So I'm going to expand up to 30 to see what I get. Now, depending on where you're looking and how you're looking and everything, especially in a market like this, going 30-mile radius might be critical to understanding the revenue of a property. Whereas in the other market, going a 30-mile radius might crash STR Insights. So you don't need to do that and try to crash the software and get hundreds of comps when, you know, a mile radius is absolutely fine. But in this example, we might do. So now 266, 255, that makes a little more sense. And we have a nicer range here that we feel more comfortable with, 175, and then drops down to 88. And you can see the dots as the yellow dots as I hover over them and see. Okay, so I can click into these properties again and see which one matches the type of property I'm looking at. Obviously, lakefront with things to do, and it's super cool. Maine is a really good market, guys. So I'm kind of, you know, showing you some things. Here's another lakefront one. Okay, and our property in question, I'm not getting into a whole video on how to evaluate, just using the tool, but I'm pretty sure this was a lakefront one with an actual, let's check it out. Why not? An actual, yep, it's lakefront and it's got a pool. That's really cool. And it's got, does it come with the cars? So anyway, really cool tool to analyze and break down properties and understand a true radius, and you can customize it. That's the point of this. You can customize it. You can also critique and analyze these properties to make sure that, hey, do I feel actually really good about, you know, this is a good comp. This is a legitimate comp. You can check out these properties on Airbnb and make sure that they make sense and you feel like they're good. Also VRBO as well. So in this video, we covered how to use the property analyzer, how to change the location. The last thing I want to mention here in the bedrooms is you can select multiple bedrooms. So let's say in my example that I'm going to go back to my 3 comps. This is really important. Sometimes I will select lower bedroom counts when I can't find that many comps. Okay, so I'll go down to 5 and say, all right, show me 5 and 6 bedrooms, even though I'm looking at a 6 bedroom. Because in some of these more rural markets or sprawled out markets, there might be lower bedroom counts that are actually outperforming higher bedroom counts. And so in this example, we have let's see, we're at 14 miles now. We have 266, 50, and 20. So that wasn't really helpful. So I can expand that, or, which I can't, you know, let's go up to 30 now. Remember, when we went 30, we had 8 comps with 6 bedrooms. Now we only have, you know, 5. So we have 2. So yeah, I mean, here's one right here. So this one's 212. We didn't see that one before, and it's a 5-bedroom like front. Okay, it's actually very similar. Somebody's doing the same type of place around. So they're kind of giving you the secret. There's one doing 176. Let's check it out. Also a 5-bedroom that's lakefront. So sometimes 5 bedrooms, or if you're looking at a 6-bedroom, 5s or even 4s might be doing better than 6s, especially in a sprawled out market. Now, let me show you one quick tip, a secret strategy that I personally use to help analyze these markets. So I switch over, especially when I'm looking at 6 bedrooms or more, or even 5 bedrooms or more, and I plan on hosting at least 16 people or more. I will switch over to the guest count, because some properties might, like 4 bedrooms, they might say they host 16, or there might be 7 bedrooms that host, you know, only, you know, 16 or maybe 17. That might be quote unquote comparable. So if you select 16 here, it's going to show you properties that host 16 or more. All right, so what I like to do, especially for larger properties, is I'll select 14, 15, 16, and then hit search. And this is going to give me a lot more comps in a closer radius. So yep, look at that. 6 in a 6-mile radius, I have 3 comps, 266, 283. Okay, now these might be much bigger properties than 6 bedrooms. Like this is a 7-bedroom lakefront that hosts 16 plus. Okay, I can dive into this property. It's on, but it might actually be quote unquote similar. Even though mine says 6, it might be the same size. I mean, 6,400 square feet, that's a pretty big house. This might be a 7 or an 8 bedroom. Okay, so when you're looking at larger bedroom counts, don't be afraid to use the guest count here to help expand to find properties that might actually be closer in a fit. Yep, there's a 6-bed, 3.5 bath. Okay, so we know that this property can probably do, assuming it has a nice lakefront. I didn't really see any pictures to confirm that yet, but this property probably can do well over 200,000. Okay, and what was it listed for? Close to $1 million. That seems like a good deal to me. Okay, so I can do this and expand out. Let's go up to 12 now instead of 6. All right, I've got 6 comps now. Okay, maybe I go a little bit further. Let's go 18 and see what we get. Okay, and you notice the average change. I don't really rely on this average revenue that much unless I'm playing around with the numbers here. But if there's so many comps, it's kind of annoying to just go through each individually. So I recommend just, picking 3 or 4 or 5 even for your analysis and then going from there. Not worrying about the bottom feeders unless you feel like that property maybe is similar to this $21,000 property or property that's generating $21,000. So anyway, I hope this was helpful in helping you determine how you can pick out revenue for a particular property when you're analyzing that property in STR Insights.